YouTube's a funny old place. You watch people doing stuff on YouTube and you think you can do it yourself. And a lot of the time, the people you're watching are professionals in big fancy workshops and all that stuff. So it turns out that my spray painting is even worse than my metal working. There are more runs in this van than in a prostitute's tights. So I should be really unhappy about that. Did I just say so? No so's there is. I should be really unhappy about that, but you know what? Let it sit up for a couple of days and I'll rub it out. What I'm concerned about is if I go to put on some top coat, I don't want that happening. So I think the thing is maybe talk to some spray painters, find out where I went wrong. I didn't do a good job in the bodywork really. See if I can pick up some tips from some spray painters. That door didn't come out too bad. And get more practice in. The van's massive, so I'm going to have to rattle on hundreds of paint anyway, aren't I? So I'll have plenty of time to practice. I just don't think I was going fast enough with the gun. But there's paint going on it. It's got to be a good thing. Onto a different part of the job, which again has got to be a good thing. I've not really picked up any tools in the van in a good couple of weeks. And my life's been fairly boring, so I've not been uploading. On the bare metal, I used, I think this is called an acid etch primer. So that went onto the steel before I put on conventional primer. Everything's made by MIPA. I'm not endorsing the products. It's just there's a shop round the corner that sells them. And I spoke to a guy that does work in the body shop and he says they make pretty good stuff. So I put the acid etch primer onto the bare metal, then I've slapped loads and loads of high build fight primer on it. Bit of movement in it. Not very much. If I think about lying in the workshop in the winter, on my back, it's good to see that. Getting a bit closer, isn't it? It's getting a bit closer. Before I do the rockers themselves, I'm going to jack it back up, get underneath them and tidy them up a little bit. So we're getting a little cavani. At last, there's a cracker. Are there any other run jokes? I don't know if there are. Another cracking story of woe. Remember I told you about reversing the van into that in the winter and crushing the back section? I did it again. I put pieces of metal and wood in behind it and tried to straighten it back out, but my God, I smashed the life out of it. Dougie, do you want to be in my YouTube channel?
Why not? How's it going?
Right, say hello to YouTube, Dougie.
Hello YouTube.
Dougie's just spray painted his van. In fact, this YouTube upload is about me being really crap at painting, and a painter's just walked in my life.
Hello.
Doug, tell me about this. What's going on?
That's a drip right there.
That's a drip, right? How do I avoid drips? What did I do wrong?
I'd just go on light, dust it up, get a nice, almost like a fluffy coat, so it builds up nice and fluffy, and then...
So put it on really light first, go?
Yeah, don't go on too heavy, otherwise it will just run.
Right.
So yeah, just dust it on nice and light.
So a couple of light dusty coats,
yeah.
then go back and slap it on the top of it, or do you
Yeah,
keep
kinda.
on build it up in light coats?
Yeah, build it up. I found you can do whatever you want with the actual paint. It's all in the clear coat, just making sure the clear coat doesn't run.
I don't know if I'll be using clear coat. This is a MIPA 2K thing.
Right, straight on.
Well, that's primer. That's not top coat.
Right, okay.
Okay,
well,
so
you can sand it back and buff it up. Then it'll look
well, I'm going to have to do that anyway, otherwise it's going to look like a dog's arse. So have you got any funny painting jokes, Dougie? No.
The painter's house is never painted. But I've just painted my van, so
You just painted your van. You did a great job. We're going to do a wee review. We'll get that down and give people a look at it.
I
And
need to
then,
show you that under seal as well. It's mental.
what is it you used?
Pour
Pour 15? Or was that Pour 15 under seal?
98 or what? I can't remember. It's bomb-proof.
Bomb-proof.
Just painted it straight over metal 6 years later, and it's still shiny metal underneath. So
So you're going to give that a thumbs up?
thumbs up for that.
I like to give people honest reviews, and I don't mind putting up my mistakes. I mean, it's amazing to think that I've replaced these metal panels and you can't actually see where the welding works is and stuff like that, but it's also, I'd have been better throwing the paint at it straight from the tin. I'd have got a similar job or putting it on with a brush, you know.
Should have used different colours then, they look quite cool.
It's a start, it's a way for the metal work, so it's got that.
I was going to say, I saw the bonnet and I was like, saw the front end and was like, you painted that? Yeah, it's looking good, man.
Yeah. It's looking good, man. That's a bit of positivity from young Mr. Duke. We like that. It's not actually looking good. I think you're just trying to help my mental health by bigging me up, aren't you?
The white wool tie is my favourite bit there.
Do you think maybe I should have? Do you think I should maybe have? What is it you call that?
Masking it off.
Masked off the fuels rather than painting the fuels.
Get a bin
Doug,
bag. Get a bin bag, split it in half.
Right.
Do it over and tape it up around the back. And you're cushy.
My take on the fuels is, if the van ever moves about, that's going to fall off at some point, so I'm not bothered about it. However, coming from a paint professional, you would say mask stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cover. Paint gets everywhere. So
Paint gets everywhere, so where you don't want paint, right.
Cover whatever you don't want paint to get.
So that's a bit of top advice from young Douglas. Mask up your wheels, then don't paint them and top them. We're never at a loss on my YouTube channel as to which one of my videos is the worst. This one's definitely up there, you know. However, saying that, we've got a special guest appearance from this guy.
Nice to be a part of it.
Nice to be a part of it. And we'll do a review in his van soon, and we'll show you what a van that if you know what you're doing and paint properly. Or maybe would you be into doing a demonstration for the wider YouTube world on how to paint vans? Maybe?
Well, the van's already painted, but...
This one isn't.
Yeah, when I've got some spare time, I'll come and give you a hand.
Right, there we go. So we'll hold it. I'll hold you to that. When you have a bit of spare time, get the phone out. You can give the wider YouTube world an insight into your years of experience, good looks and the top half. So, from the world of runny vans, I'm going to say, see you all later. What were you going to say?
Squint your eyes, it looks perfect.
If you squint your eyes, it looks okay.
Perfect, it looks perfect.
It looks perfect. So all you have to do is make your eyes go funny and it'll look perfect. Are you going to say bye-bye to YouTube and give them a wee wave?
See you later, YouTube.
Right,
and,
see you later,
yeah,
actually.
see you soon.